This is the famous Shiba Virgins. They put on a baleful formation. It's to stop the speeding truck with flesh and blood. The truck driver had no intention of slowing down. Go straight to them, at the order of the instructor. Have you ever seen such a terrifying scene? Shock, I can't close in a year. It's not enough to describe the scene with corpses everywhere. Just a minute ago, in a busy shopping mall, it's a lot of noise, whispering with joy. Then a balloon slowly flew into the woman's hand. Words in the woman's mouth, and the balloon starts to expand. It exploded with a bang. It was as if time had stopped in the mall. But the next second, people are obsessed. They're lining up to jump off the building. People landing one after another. It's faster than I can make dumplings. Soon the floor was covered with the bodies of the victims, and the woman in red left the scene proudly. He also said, "We are the spring." Woman returns to the car. Pick up the car cigarette lighter and press it on your forehead. With the burning sound, flame spread from the woman's face. Just for a while, the woman changed her face. You can tell from her evil smile. This woman is not simple. It's a world of magic and technology. Witches use magic, protecting the tech world from evil. In the world of technology, enjoy the peace protected by witches. But there are always evil people who want to destroy this peace. They are called revelers. Revelers launch terrorist attacks around the world, trying to subvert the hard-won peace. For the long-term effective fight against evil, all witches will be conscripted into the army at the age of Shiba. Overcome obstacles for your country. Generations of witches, one after another, almost dead. They die on the battlefield. Big Eyes is a witch who is over Shiba years old. Mother went to great lengths to get her immunity. But for the justice that persists in my heart, Big Eyes faced the fire metal without hesitation. Read the oath. Accepted the call-out. The next day, Big Eyes ready to fly in. When she pulled out her call-out medal, the flight attendants on the opposite side were instantly sent to arrange for her immediately. But the flight is full. An old man behind him offered to give up his seat and thank you for your contribution to the country. Hear that Big Eye is a witch. People around them looked at him with admiration, because they understand witches are a group of women who are both great and pathetic. They only need a one-way ticket. Once enlisted, there is little chance of survival. Salem College is the cradle of all new recruits. Here they will train their killing skill. Big Eye soon became familiar, assigned to teammates. There shall have a prominent family background with a rebellious girl. Three girls with very different personalities will form a team. If someone drops the chain, then it will affect other people's assessment results. To get to know each other better, they opened their hearts, confided. The Big Eye family sacrificed for people, gained him immunity, but in order to uphold the justice in their heart, still chose to enter. Black has a mother who is a frontline commander. He came to die for a simple purpose. It's better than food. Jimmy's mother died on the front lines. The surrounding area of the corpse was melted into glass. They can only break the glass and be buried. The death of my mother dealt a great blow to my sister, so he developed a loose cannon. Each of them has a blood feud with the revelers. They all came here with a purpose. That is their rival, the witch and the madman. The balance of the enthusiasts will also be broken. They're going to have harmony training today to test the bloodline talent of recruits. Bored girl sneaks out of line. When wandering around, accidentally arrived at a training ground. A witch is controlling a tornado. Wanton destruction of those old buildings. Seeing such a powerful ability, Kina is also full of longing. Suddenly a girl came over. He also sneaked out. The two can't help but cherish each other. After training that day, Kinney saw the girl counting ants. He went up to the girl curiously and asked, "Why not train?" The girl told Jinmai that her name was Lotus. He's a necromancer. Deal with the dead often, so you need to stay away from the public. After that, he will take Jinmai to have some fun. Jinmai readily agreed. The two came to a remote grove. Lotus took out a little star, attached to his neck, then signaled that the golden girl also paid. It seems that this is what Lotus calls fun. After the golden girl pasted the little star, and something magical happened. The two of them slowly floated into the air. While they were having a great time, the instructor appeared and interrupted. The two fell to the ground in an instant. The instructor didn't punish them. They took them to the infirmary. And it's here, discovered Jinmai's amazing medical talent. The instructor doesn't want such a good sealant to be spoiled by him. He warned Lotus to stay away from Jinmai in the future, otherwise it will end badly. Lotus was so scared that she quickly agreed. This is the day when everyone is training. Jinmai came up aggressively. Without saying a word, he launched an attack on Xiaohai. It turned out that Jinmai received a letter from her father. In the letter, I learned that due to the stubbornness of Xiaohai's mother, refused to issue a retreat order. That led to his mother's death. Blackie thinks it's a duty for soldiers to die in battle. Hear this, Jinmai is even more furious. The two scuffled together. The battle is getting worse. Then the sky suddenly darkened. Instant time lightning and thunder. The instructor saw that something was wrong. Quickly stepped forward to stop. Just after the two separated, then the bad weather was back to normal. It seems that one of them has a powerful gift. After Jinmai left, find the Lotus for comfort. Under the comfort of Lotus Flower, the relationship between the two quickly warmed. Little did I know that after Jinmai left, Lotus ignites itself with a light, with the fire surrounding the whole head. The true appearance is also revealed. This young little old man frolicking in the water. I feel something is wrong with the swimming ring in my hand. It inflates itself. This is amazing, guy. But the next second, the swimming ring suddenly blew itself up. The witch leader Morgana organized a counterattack. They found a spot for revelers. Assault by the best witches. Unexpectedly, there was no one after entering. Above the empty hall, a bottle suddenly exploded. Obviously, this is a trap. All the witches were slaughtered at once. The recruits were overcome with grief at the news. They turned grief into strength. Train yourself every day, in order to avenge his companions one day. A group of delicate people have become rough men. That's not the way. Therefore, the instructor contacted the networking that Namu College would let the recruits relax. Sure enough, under the stimulation of the witches soon let themselves go. One of the wizards found the Lotus Flower. She is Lotus's ex-boyfriend. The wizard seemed to know her true identity. I want to talk to her alone. Lotus did not speak, he walked away. After a day of wild indulgence, the witches have also adjusted their mindset. It's much smoother to train. The harmony training of the three sisters has aroused powerful power burns the underworld red. The instructors thought it was incredible. As the power continued to enter, the three sisters gradually began to lose control. Them. This force is too powerful. The instructor hurriedly interrupted their chanting. This collaboration of the three sisters let them have confidence in the following custom training. The other team just hit a dive on the plate, and they just dried a big hole in the steel plate. This shocked everyone. At night, Lotus secretly contacted his superior, report the matter of encountering Nanwu. The superior asked him to find a way to kill Nanwu. Lotus' identity cannot be revealed for the time being. Nanwu did not know that this aspect was imminent and found Lotus again, threatening to expose him as a reveler. To renew the relationship with her, Lotus sat fishing won the sympathy of Nanwu. Just as the two hugged, Lotus uttered a spell in the ear of the self-house. I saw Nanwu's eyes glazed over, like a lost soul, then left here. The next morning, I am going to find the golden girl. I happened to bump into the self-house where although Jinmai tried her best to rescue, but Nanwu still died of his injuries. Jinmai was also exhausted and fainted when he woke up again, feeling guilty for not saving Nanwu. The instructor reassured him that it wasn't your fault, but Jinmai said he felt his emotions while treating Nanwu. Nanwu was very afraid at that. Don't want to die. Hear this. The instructor was lost in thought. He immediately reported the matter to General Morgana. Morgana concluded that it must be the work of revelers. So in the necromancer's ass, the instructor pushed the corpse. Witches are curious. When the instructor pulled away the light, Lotus was suddenly not well. That corpse is a wizard. Instructors are to use necromancy, communicating such incredible things. It was done by a sparrow. I saw the sparrow fly straight to the mouth of the corpse, and they drilled down. After a flutter, the corpse opened its eyes abruptly. The Lotus is very nervous at the moment because the body is her ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend discovered her identity as a raven. In order not to reveal this, Lotus can only kill her. Seeing the corpse being awakened, the instructor began to ask to kill her. Unexpectedly, the corpse slowly turned his head to look. Said I was filled with unbearable. Then there was a squirm in my throat. The sparrow came out of its mouth. The corpse became a real corpse. Lotus escaped. The happy Lotus returned to the dormitory, saw her boyfriend Jinmei waiting for her. Unexpectedly, the golden girl strangled her never down. Then he picked up the lighter and set himself on fire. In the panicked expression of the lotus flower, Jinmai turned into a reveler. What the corpse said was exactly what she did. Otherwise, Lotus would have been caught long ago. Revelers venture here with one purpose. That is to let the lotus flower no matter what. You have to mix into the wedding scene of the little black cousin. She will be given instructions on the next step. The next day at the wedding, the waiter walks straight into a hidden corner. A flame suddenly ignited above the head. Just for a while, Lotus came out. I have to say this ability is really convenient. After seeing the lotus flower, Xiaohai was so angry that it almost had the wedding and dignitaries gathered. As Lotus, he is not eligible to participate at all. Look at Jinmai's face. Little Black no longer cares. The instructor issued a warning to the uninvited guests. Tell her not to do anything. Lotus is very calm. The instructor didn't recruit her either. After a while, Lotus came to the bathroom, summoned a balloon, and asked for instructions on the next plan. Unexpectedly, all this was seen by the big eye. Transmitting information through balloons is a means for revelers. The identity of Lotus was exposed. Wait until the other party leaves. Big Eye told the instructor about it, but it was too late. When Xiaohai went to find his cousin, he found something. My cousin locked the door, and the unlocking charm didn't work either. When he struggled to open the door, my cousin died tragically in the bathtub, just as he was shot. To revelers, I don't know which corner it popped out of. Pressing him to the ground is a friction. Little Black was beaten and almost doubted his life. He tried to launch a magical counterattack, but was disturbed by a harsh sound. At the same time, Little Black's mother found countless balloons floating in the sky. This is the usual trick of revelers. He immediately ordered the evacuation of the guests. Several powerful witches lined up in a row. Task magic resistance. If these balloons explode, it's going to be raised to the ground. At this time, Little Black's mother noticed that her daughter was missing. She went all the way to the second floor. At the door of a room, I heard a strange sound. After opening the door, the shrill sound hits the soul. Magic can't be released. Seeing that Xiaohai is going to die, he had to stop it with a small whip. With the perfect cooperation of this woman, two revelers were tortured into a dish. The man was kicked out the door. Revelers see no way to escape. He even took out gasoline and poured it all over his body. I have never seen such a graceful fat man leap down from 100 meters in the sky, but it can float to the ground like a feather. This dashing look make a lot of fans envious. The fat woman calmly said that this is all pediatric. Actually, it's all about something called a solve. As long as it is absorbed by the skin, you can fly like a kilogram fat man. When it's Jingmi's turn to train, similar scene reminded her of the happy time with Lotus. Just when I missed the old love, saw the statute of limitations, the golden girl fell to the ground, and it turns out that the lotus flower mysteriously disappeared. In order to take care of Jinmai's feelings, Big Eyes an instructor, he didn't tell her that Lotus was a reveler. Jinmai found the instructor, asked about the whereabouts of the lotus. The instructor told him they are also actively searching for the whereabouts of the lotus. Just never found it. Jinmai doesn't believe a big living person, it can't just disappear in plain sight. Just when Jinmai was hysterical, in a darkened room, General Morgana is interrogating a prisoner. This prisoner is the missing lotus flower. It turns out that after knowing the true identity of Lotus, the instructor arrested him in the chaos. They want to know about the leader of the rebellers. But Lotus Orlan saw do not, and Morgana can only use unconventional means. He used magic to interfere with the Lotus's brain. The instructor took the opportunity to invade his mind. Lotus had very strong willpower. The instructor only got a vague address. After investigation, it was learned that this was the arsenal of rebels. Morgana immediately ordered it destroyed. However, just as the commandos arrived, the building suddenly exploded. The commando team was wiped out like this. The weapons inside had long been pulled away by the truck. If these weapons are used by rebellers in a terrorist attack, that would cause immeasurable losses. And Morgana brought it to the Global Council. The council decided that there should be no fuss. Instead, because of Morgana's command caused a lot of casualties to the witch, asked her to step down as leader. Just then, the witch behind Morgana suddenly fainted. Meanwhile, Morgana's body is rapidly aging. The whole person decades older. At the same time, an instructor at the college just picked an apple, rotting rapidly in the hand. The apples on the tree also fell to the ground. It rotted in a blink of an eye. Even the surrounding flowers and plants have withered. The instructor instantly understood. This is what happened to Morgana. Now Morgana is holding the witch's hand. Sad for him. Turns out Morgana is over 7 years old. He can have great strength and eternal youth. It relies on absorbing the vitality of witches. The witches regarded it as their highest honor. Just as the witch was driving the crane west, the candle that represented his life suddenly went out. His appearance has also regained its youth. Then the instructor brought a young girl. The girl came forward and put her hand on Morgana's shoulder. With the singing of the witches, girls aged rapidly, and Morgana was young again. Soon after, the witches detect a train carrying weapons, but it's too late to send commandos. Only the recruits in training are closest. The first time I received a formal task, the recruits are excited. This is the best opportunity to express yourself. Under the leadership of the instructor, one by one they put Salvi on it. Leap off a plane. Set up in formation on the way the truck must pass, facing the speeding truck. The instructor gave an order. The witches worked together. Tens of tons of trucks were directly overturned. The second car was stunned. The instructor asked Jinmai to check the truck. Make sure no one leaves alive. Then it's called Big Eye. Check the condition of the second car with clairvoyant vision. Look at it with Big Eye. Found several revelers in the cargo bombs. He's chanting a spell on the bomb. The instructor immediately ordered the car to be completely destroyed. Just then, Big Eye noticed that there were no revelers and bombs in the car. There are still a few kings. Minta immediately reported the matter to the instructor. Instructors don't dare to take human life for granted, so he reported this to General Morgana. Morgana believed that you can't lose the big because decisively issued the order to attack. Although the instructor can't bear it, but still chose to execute the order. Big Eyes are not happy. He went to war to protect innocent civilians. Was turned over as inconsistent with his philosophy. So on the second intersection, Big Eye didn't shoot. This also led to the disclosure of the formation. Not enough mana to completely destroy the truck. The truck directly broke through the formation. Although the task was successfully completed, one recruit was unfortunately killed. Big Eyes are very lost. There are still civilians in the carriage. Why would General Morgana order an attack? A few people don't understand. Soon after, General Morgana held a press conference, claiming that they had successfully averted a worldwide catastrophe. The deaths of several civilians were also blamed on the rebellers. Big Eyes are expressionless after listening. He knew it wasn't true. The three feel unclean, with the blood of civilians on their hands. This has tormented the consciences of several people, so they told the truth to little Black Mother. Black Mother let them not have to be torn. The two armies were slightly wounded in the battle. That's inevitable. Seeing the indifferent attitude of the Black Mother, Jinmai suddenly said, "Revelers don't care if the academy is infiltrated." It turned out that when Jinmai chased the truck driver, the driver turned into a lotus flower and tried to confuse. Only then did Jinmai understand Lotus is a reveler. Otherwise, how would the driver know about the relationship between the two? Black Mom was taken aback when she heard it. Even a recruit knows this. He had no idea. This made the Black Mother fall into deep thought. Soon after, the president summoned Morgana came up and reprimanded him. Incorrect command results in the sacrifice of recruits. The academy has infiltrated the rebel. Dare to hide such a big thing. Then asked Morgana to step down as general herself. This is Sanbai, years of Morgana leading the witches. The first president to dare to speak to him like that. This will never go away like this. Night. The president announced on live television that the general was leaving. Unexpectedly, the conversation was announced that Morgana would be re-elected, and it will also put the global military power, put it in his hand. But the instructor in front of the TV found a clue. The president has no eyes, apparently control. Then he went to Morgana's room. It turned out that he was indeed manipulating the president. The instructor told the Big Eyes 3 about this. Big Eyes and the others were instantly uneasy. They feared that Morgana will take revenge. Where do they go as whistleblowers? For students who don't listen carefully, he just wiped his neck. The surrounding students were stunned. Others are learning knowledge in class. Classes here are killing people. Looking at students who are about to suffocate. The teacher is not in a hurry. Introduce them to the doctor's abilities. Doctors can struggle to survive. Wonderful hands for with them, witches can be invincible on the battlefield. And he puts his hand on his forehead. 310 poems in my heart. I saw the student's wounds heal in an instant. Not even a scar was left. This is the hero. Soul of the battlefield. Watch the scene. Jinmai has a longing. As a doctor, he also wants to be the greatest healer. Jinmai really does what she says. In the next to Team Love, Jinmai mini-universe explosion. The powerful mental force instantly turned everyone upside down. He really became the tallest man. At the same time, in the barren desert, a string of footprints out of the next second, a blurry figure suddenly flashed out, heading towards the camp full of mountains. Man called Tari. The little girl in his arms is his sister. They come from a tribe of ancient witches. The little sister contains a powerful force, but was accidentally eroded by a mysterious fire. In a hurry, Tari can only cross the desert, come to the witch camp for help. When Morgana got the news, come as soon as possible. This ancient tribe, with magical powers that have long been lost outside. If you can get him, the witches will be even more powerful. So Morgana promised Tari that she would do her best to save the little sister. Soon they launched a rescue operation for the little sister. 3 doctors began to chant at the same time. The toxins on the little sister's face began to subside. Unexpectedly, the doctor suddenly sank away. The toxins on the little sister quickly returned. Everyone was so frightened that they hardly could catch. A strange chant came out of the little sister's mouth, and for a moment it was very windy. The doctor couldn't get away with it. Glasses were shattered. The debris directly blinded his eyes. In this situation, even Morgana is helpless. Tari is alone outside. The melancholy has immediately attracted Xiao Hai. Seeing the handsome guy's sister is going to die, Black was flooded with compassion. He suddenly remembered that Jinmai was also a doctor, in superior strength. Maybe Jinmai can help him. The next day, the 3 sisters went deep into the woods. Tari also appeared here with his little sister. The symptoms of the golden girl looking at him. He didn't know. Just cheer up and try it. He put his hands on his little sister's cheeks. He began to chant a spell, just about to succeed. A sudden gust of wind blew. Several people were blown away. When the wind stopped, only then did everyone realize that the little sister was covered with black. Just when they're in a hurry, Big Eyes noticed the toxins in the little sister's body. Fast fade, blink of an eye, the little sister is back to health. Although everyone felt incredible, but all credited to Jinmai's ability. Morgana found her when she heard that her little sister woke up, trying to get the boy's seed from her, and promised to use her to make the world a better place. The little sister quickly agreed. He took Morgana's hand, and they began to chant, prepare to pass the seeds to Morgana. Just then, the flowers and plants in the room are rapidly withering. Morgana is also getting more and more. Just when I can't hold on, the little sister suddenly let go of her. Morgana was able to catch her breath. At this time, little sister told her a song is very unsafe for you, but Morgana would not reconcile. Such powerful magic should have been in his hands. So he dispatched a pair of witches to capture them on land, but found that the dragon had been slaughtered here. The corpse's vocal cords were all removed, and it was arranged in the shape of a five-pointed star. This is a once-in-a-century women's football match. All the players cheered for the victory. Only one person is silent. I saw him kick the football into the sky. Bang! The football just exploded. All of a sudden, the football field went silent. Everybody standing still. Only the woman said we were revelers. Some said everybody says the enemy is back. For the first time, revelers didn't kill. That slogan is more of a message. Combined with a circle made of corpses by the lake, Morgana remembered that 200 years ago, the rebel party he wiped out. This is the common enemy of witches and revelers. It seems that the rebellion had resurfaced. So Morgana decided to go to the ancient tribe to investigate. He personally asked the 3 sisters to go with him by name. This caused the 3 sisters to panic. They think it's Morgana's act of revenge. I'm afraid this mission will be doomed. Little Black is the last bloodline in the family. The Black have pleaded for him. Black can be allowed to quit this mission. Big Eyes gets angry when he finds out. What about the sisterly love? Abandon them in the end. Until we leave the next day, the 2 are still angry about it. Unexpectedly, the black girl appeared behind them. In an instant, the Big Eyes were moved to a mess. It seems that the plastic sisterhood is still very strong. When you arrive at your destination, Big Eye senses that someone around them is watching them. It's hostile. He immediately reported the matter to Morgana. Morgana hurriedly asked everyone to be vigilant. Everyone immediately moved forward cautiously. After walking for a long time, I finally saw a figure. But he'd been dead a long time, and they were deliberately dressed in costumes from hundreds of years ago. Now the Politburo was protesting against. The crowd continues to move forward. Come to a cave. Found the tribe member who was hiding. The children here are also infected with a mysterious virus. Jinmai immediately went forward to treat them. At this time, Big Eye sensed that someone was approaching outside. After everyone came out of the cave, they noticed the fog in the distance slowly gathering towards them. And the Big Eye also senses there are many enemies hidden in the fog. Everyone get out of here quick. Haven't gone far. Suddenly, he was stopped by a horse. All the remaining pilots were tied to a tree. Standing next to them are the members of the Honey Party. The Honey Party continues to provoke Said that the best place has been reserved for you. After saying that several pilots were burned alive. Before everyone can react, the enemy in the fog has surrounded them. Morgana can only evacuate with everyone first. Enemies are intercepted everywhere on the road. Although the 3 sisters performed very brave, but a good tiger can't stand a bullfight. This is not the way. Morgana is ready to gather her strength. I saw his hand raised above his head. Suddenly a black cloud appeared in the sky. Just when everyone takes a breath, an enemy rushed out and attacked the witch close to them. Morgana feels the same way. Then the second witch was killed. In an instant, Morgana lost her fighting power. The body is aging rapidly. Big Eyes without hesitation put your hand on Morgana's shoulder. Understand Morgana as the witch leader. The importance is self-evident. Even if you sacrifice yourself, you have to keep her heart. As the witch sings, Morgana is slowly returning to normal, and the Big Eye turned into an old prison in the blink of an eye. Everyone hurriedly evacuated to the plane. Just as it was about to take off, the dead kid ran off the plane. Seeing this, Jinmai quickly chased after. Under her coaxing, the bear boy finally got on the plane. Jinmai was stabbed in the heart by a sneak attack. Little Black hurriedly rushed off, holding Jinmai's hand, ready to share her hurt. How could Jinmai be injured this seriously? Little Black couldn't take it anymore and fell to the ground. The situation is getting more and more urgent. In desperation, Morgana could only order a retreat first. Big Eye is inconsolable, but there's nothing I can do. Just as the 2 were quietly waiting for death, the hands they hold, suddenly a mysterious force erupted, so powerful that it almost overturned the helicopter. I don't know how long it has. The 2 woke up. Wherever you go, everything will be sacrificed.